Hi everyone, Jared here with Day Traders FX. I hope you're having a great day. I would like to point out a couple of setups that we have on the Australian dollar US dollar pair. There are several pairs with pretty good setups right now, but this one looks like it's got a pretty immediate trade coming, so I wanted to focus on this one. Quick look at the calendar today. We only have a New Zealand announcement, the trade balance later on today. We do look at, as you know, some of the New Zealand pairs, particularly Euro New Zealand, which has a really big setup, so that'll be interesting to watch as the trade balance report comes out. Coming into tomorrow, you can see we have durable goods for the U.S. and home sales for the U.S., so those are both pretty good movers. So as I mentioned, I want to look at the Australian dollar. It's really been chopping around a little bit. It came back down and tested. Remember, this is the high before the FOMC news, and then we had that big spike up when the lack of tapering was announced, and so the Aussie dollar shot up, and that resistance level turned into a pretty good support level. You can see that on Friday, after 2 days of kind of trickling down, the Aussie kind of hit that Friday, that Friday low, hit that resistance pre-FOMC, and we've kind of double bottomed there, and we had big price rejection. You can see that crazy big candle right there, big hammer, telling us that there's crazy price rejection right here and that the market was not quite ready to break or even settle on that level. Not to mention we have the 200 moving average overlapping that, which is also a good indication of pretty strong support. So what I'm looking for right now is I'm watching these two levels where we had that big price rejection and then the market spiked up and it topped out here around 94.13, and the double bottom here slash resistance from before the FOMC news was 93.63. So I'm watching this 93.63 to 94.13 area. You can see it's a little channel of about just about 50 pips, and I'm looking for a break either direction, really. If this breaks the low, then we have a pretty good run down. There's a nice 4-hour hammer, and there's good reasons to believe that that double bottom low might hold for just a bit longer. But if we do break that low, we have a big missed weekly pivot, 230 pips back here, and lots of room for this thing to go. So it's been breaking out of this channel, and it might be ready to break that low. So I'm definitely keeping that in mind. Likewise, I think that we have a pretty good opportunity for this to give us at least some sort of a double top, either all the way back up at this high, 95.27, or more around the high of the week and the high of Friday, which is 94.55 area. So I'm looking for a possible break of this. If we get a move above 94.13, I think I will be personally targeting about a 40 pip run up into that 94.55 area. Excuse me. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking for a break of this low and this double bottom area and a run from 93.63, potentially as low. I don't know if we're going to get there just yet, but potentially as low as 93.30, 91.30, which is that missed weekly pivot from last week, or from 2 weeks ago. So we've got a lot of interesting areas, but really the name of the game will be watching for the break of this 94.13 and trading up to 94.55 area, or looking for a break of 93.63 and trading potentially as low as 91.30, but looking at some of the support levels and some of the other possible stopping points along the way, but I'm ultimately looking for the larger target of 91.30 if we break that low. So that's what I'm looking for right now on the Aussie dollar. I think we've got a pretty good setup in the works, and I actually do like the break of this low quite a bit, but I like the break of that high as well. Either one, whichever one goes first, I'll jump into, and we should see some pretty good pips out of that. So best of luck, guys. I'll have more updates coming out on Twitter. Make sure to follow me at DayTradersFX, and I will see you all in the chat. Thanks, guys.